Does this look like somebody who's drunk or drugged? What do you see?
Well, I don't really know the difference just in terms of stumbling, but he is out of his head. There is just no question when you watch this. He is wandering aimlessly after midnight. He goes back and forth in areas. He runs at times. But there's one point, Ashleigh, where he leans against a wall and he seems to fall asleep for 2 minutes, because we have the surveillance video, and for 2 minutes he's leaning against this wall, and it's almost as if he just passed out. And then somebody comes by, and it seems like that guy wakes him up, and they exchange words, and to me, we can only see the guy he exchanged words with, but it looked kind of angry. But right after that is when he went back to the scene and apparently attacked this truck driver, Perry Toll.
Do we know if the police know who that passerby was and if they've interviewed that witness?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even sure how relevant that witness is going to be, because really this is about what happened at the scene, and they seem confident enough that they made this arrest almost immediately. I mean, they very quickly said Mark Sanchez was the aggressor.
And on these videos, we don't see the incident itself, which makes me think, because the police were so quick, Harvey, they know when they know. And they're careful if it's Mark Sanchez and it's going to destroy his world to make that arrest and be that, you know, solid in their convictions. They've got other video. Do you know if they have other video? Do you know if other video exists?
My understanding is there are 3 surveillance videos, and they are from different angles. And when you watch all 3 of them, you can capture what happened. And I am told, at least in one, and again, I don't have this to a point where I can absolutely say this is true, but I have spoken to somebody. I believe in one there might be audio as well.
Audio?
Possibly. I mean, that's what I'm told.
Wow.
But I'm not, I want to make that clear. I have not heard this, so this is secondhand, but yes.
That would make such a big difference, because then you can hear if Mr. Toll is pleading with this guy, please, no, you know, and then you know if it's stand your ground, and so much more legally can be proven with the audio if there is audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I want to go back in time a little bit to the pub, because there's this pub, and I know that anything that you learn from people in the pub, if he was there, would be prior to, but it would at least help to know state of mind, whether he was overserved, all sorts of other things. Do you have any idea whether there's, you know, whether police have interviewed in the pub? Do you know about any pub folks who've been able to shed some light on this?
I just know that especially when you look at the surveillance video, he was familiar with this pub. When he was walking around, apparently broadcasters stay at this particular hotel, and they are all familiar with it, and he's been there before. So he knew this pub. I mean, there was a reason after he was stabbed, he made a beeline. In fact, you even see in the video, he is running at one point. After he gets stabbed, you would think he'd hobble, but at a point he was just running and beelined it for the pub and then went inside. So he is familiar with it. In terms of what he did that night, I can't tell you, but what I can say is when you watch this video, like you said, I mean, I don't know what he was drinking or what he had taken, but it was something.
Yeah, and do you know about potential witnesses in the pub, if the police have been able to speak with them and find out any more intelligence, what he said when he came into the pub, maybe if he'd been in the pub prior to, what he was like?
You know, Ashleigh, what I'm being told is the surveillance video itself tells the story. So, you know, what he was doing before, how much he was drinking, I'm not sure how much that really even matters, because the entire incident is captured on those surveillance videos.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking like you. As a defense attorney, I would say, no, you know, Mr. Sanchez wasn't belligerent at all. But suddenly, if you've got these pub staff who say we had to cut him off, he was trying to pick fights with all of us, it would make a different picture.
Again, secondhand, But what I'm told is this surveillance video leaves little question about belligerence.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.